supposed death of Xxxtentacion. Is that how you say it? People seem to be offended if I don't pronounce the guy's name right, as if it's even his real name. But you will not believe this music video that just came out a week after his death, and people believe that this was a premonition, and you are not going to believe this music video. It is one of the most ridiculous, blatantly obvious, symbolic occult videos that I have seen, and I say that truly from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I am blown away by what I just saw. So the video begins with a demon. Yes, a demon is summoned, and the demon goes by the name of Xxxtentacion. And you can see the two eyes, they're showing the eyes, and it's asking the person who's watching the video. I mean, this is pretty much just a gigantic ritual, is what this is. Asking the person who's watching the video, what's your name, how old are you? And then suddenly you see this rapper, I'm just going to call him XXX, walking down towards a casket. Inside of the casket happens to be himself dead. Right now, remember, he died a week ago. They didn't just, make this music video and CGI him in. I mean, this is all planned. This is all just a gigantic joke, how obvious all of this stuff is. And you see him suddenly sitting in a chair with his head down, wearing black clothing. This is symbology showing him talking to the demon, but also symbology of the fact that his hair is different compared to the dead him inside of the coffin. Because remember, I always talk about the rebirth and the transformation. Remember, I've talked about this with Rihanna's anti-diary and other videos. They constantly are talking about the transformation. This is the acceptance of the Antichrist, the transformation that we're seeing go on in society today, the love movement, tolerance, all this stuff that I've been speaking about since I started my channel, since before I started my channel, talking to people, okay? And people just don't seem to want to believe it. So you see him sitting in a chair. He's now speaking to this demon, right? And this demon says, "Here is my demand. You will spread love throughout the world, praise and joy unto my name, and change the overall cycle of energy we are digesting." Okay, and this is where the deception comes in with love. How many of you have heard how many times Christian channels are preaching about love? People are coming and attacking me, doing videos about me, saying, I'm not a Christian, I'm hateful, I'm all this stuff. Jesus is love. This is the spiritual New Age deception that's going on, where they're preaching love and tolerance. This is the Antichrist. I've been saying it since day one. So this demon is saying this is his demand. You'll spread love throughout the world, praise and joy unto my name. And Christians are getting deceived, thinking that this is talking about our Father. In the Bible, this is talking about God. This is talking about Lucifer, who they believe is the true light bearer. Okay? So he's sitting there and he's speaking to him. He said the world is in need of change. Humans must learn to love and compromise rather than destroy, right? And this is what I've been saying. Think about it. Okay? The only way to bring in a new world order is through world peace, is through love and through tolerance, the acceptance of everything, right? Look at the perversion and the disgusting filth that we live amongst now. This is all part of tolerance. This is all part of acceptance of everything, letting everyone do what thou wilt, which is the mindset that the Satanists have. The world is in need of change. Humans must learn to love and compromise. Right there, right in front of your face. Now he says, blessings be upon those who have come to this visual presentation with good energy and love rather than malice. So this is almost like a ritual that's occurring in this video for people who are watching it. And those with negative intent, thank you. Your energy has been transmitted in the amount of time that you've taken to give your energy. Well, I'm certainly coming to this video with malice, and you ain't taking my energy, freak. I'll make that perfectly clear, because the Holy Spirit will run you over. Okay, so now we see him back, right? He's at the casket, looking in at himself. Of course, he's got the black and white on his shirt, the black and white pants, the Masonic, and then the dead him. Deliberately, his hair is like this, just like C. I've said it a million times. This isn't just some cool look. Who in the world would want to dye half their head black and half their hair white? I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, look ridiculous. This is just black and white esoteric Masonic garbage. And then it says, the world will soon be more loving. You will see. That is what the demon says to him. So the world will be more loving. This is what the brain dead zombies are falling for. A loving world. Because it doesn't make sense to them if you say anything that's hateful, right? They're like, oh, it's hateful. Of course we want love. Love, love, love. That's why the celebrities are talking about love. That's why they hold the heart symbol up. That's why people like me get called bigots and hateful. Because they want to deceive you into accepting everything. And this is going to be the Luciferian doctrine that everybody abides by. Okay, so now that he wakes up from the dead, he's been reborn, his spiritual rebirth, because this guy is nothing but a satanic puppet. You know, is he alive? He's probably alive. I mean, you can even hear it on the phone call, the 911 call, that the police operator says, we've got a 33.
All units, 1023, 1065, follow reference, signal 33. Just occurred, 36.
Right? Referencing hoax code. So, you know, I'm not here to speculate if the guy's dead or alive because I can't prove it one way or the other, but clearly this is just all subliminal program. This was all planned. And then, of course, they show him, they zoom in on his eye, right? Zoom in, they go right through his all-seeing eye, and suddenly we see light. We see light, and we see a clock, right? And what does the light symbolize? The light bearer, Lucifer, remember, that is who they believe in. They believe he is the morning star, that he is the bearer of light. It is part of the deception we're going through. Don't fall for it. Now, it goes on to say, they do not understand you. Do you not fear? This is what the demon is saying to him. Your worst enemy is yourself, and you seem unbothered. Okay, he keeps talking to him. He says, though you cannot pretend you have walked through life unscathed, it is your memories that hold you to the person that you were, to amount to the light that you can become. This is all Masonic teaching. This is what they teach, that they are to follow and worship the light, which is Lucifer, okay, and that they themselves are their own lights, and that they are their own gods here on earth amongst us. This is all occult teaching right here. And he says, you must understand the power of your mind. And he continues to show him killing the old self. So even though he goes up to the casket where it's supposed to be him dead in it, he re-kills himself. We see the light appear. We see him pretty much laying his body on the ground. And then we see him sitting in a chair. And he says, you have done well at battling yourself. Your demon seems to honor your efforts. I mean, what more do people need to see? You think this is some type of artistic vision? Go back to my videos from when I started the channel. I mean, what do you think this is? Like, oh yeah, let's do a video. You know, we're going to put a guy, he's going to wear a black mask, he's going to play the role of a demon. We're going to start it off almost like it's a scene from The Exorcist with two eyeballs, a demon saying his name is Gekumi, okay, who's then going to speak about how the world is going to be filled with love, you will see, and people see that and they're like, oh, that's great. It's like a vision from his subconscious mind that the world's going to be filled with love. They're showing you that this is demonic, that it's demonic. You'll spread love throughout the world, praise and joy unto my name, and change the overall cycle of energy we are digesting. The world is in need of change. Humans must learn to love and compromise, which means be tolerant. Tolerant of everything that the occult teaches, everything that they follow, because tolerance is the key. Do what thou wilt. This is absolutely mind-blowing to me that people can't see through this stuff. You know, that this video comes out a week after this guy's supposed death. You know, and the video is pretty much about him being dead and then him killing his old self and speaking to a thing that even admits to being a demon. And talking about all this stuff about how the world will come to love, right? And the idiots are going to see this and they're going to go, yeah, you know, because this musician stood for love and he wanted to block the hate and he was killed by some haters. So we all need to love and be tolerant of everything. And that's what his death really symbolizes and stands for. And you'll see soon enough, everybody will be loving and happy and tolerant and the world won't be filled with hate anymore. Right. And who's going to be the target during all this? You and me, the listener. Christians are going to be the target. Okay? Because we're going to be the only ones left who are going to stand up against tolerance, stand up against them spitting in God's face, stand up against the perversion, to discuss the filth that goes on in this world. And they brainwashed everyone else out there into believing that love is tolerance. And the same goes for Christians. They believe it too. So this is his new music video, which is called Sad. It's already got 10 million views, and it's only been up for a few hours. And people are just like, oh my goodness, it's so symbolic. He, like there's reaction videos. Oh, he knew beforehand. He saw it coming. I mean, how dumb can people be? You know? It is unbelievable. It never stops. Ever. I mean, how many videos, you know what I mean? Like, people are like, man, your channel, you got a lot of content. I mean, the content just keeps coming. They're putting it out. You don't have to look for it. Right? You get a demon in the video. You got this guy doing the spiritual rebirth, talking about love and tolerance. I mean, how can people not see it? But sadly, they can't. And a lot of them aren't going to, because this is prophecy and it's being fulfilled. Make sure you're right in the Word, reading the Word every day, staying right with God. Your salvation can only be obtained through Jesus Christ. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your